Adam West had a massive dick.
And we found the level for my wife.
I'm not allowed near kids anymore.
They become twats.
They came like a bolt out of the blue to discuss everything in geekdom. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the attack of the 50-foot nerds.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Geek Retreat Warrington for the live recording of the attack of the 50-foot nerds. Make some noise!
I love how you make it sound like a filled room when there's literally two of you. It's great. Well, three for Kath as well. But yeah, thank you very much. We are the attack of the 50-foot nerds. Well, we will be once Amara puts her phone away. Because, you know, we're doing a show.
Nah.
Okay. We are the Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds podcast. My name is Mike Bell. And joining me to my right...
It's Paul.
And joining me to my left...
You did us in the wrong order.
Don't care.
All right. Chaos Goblin returns. Woo!
And to my far right...
Doug.
And may I just say, Doug, because we've had to do 2 PG shows on the bounce. Fuck!
Yeah, you cunt.
Thank God for that. Yes.
Ow! Yeah.
That's why I moved the microphone, you see.
Yeah, you cunt.
Yeah, we had to do the Manchester show, then we had to do your 1-year anniversary show. Mm-hmm. So I'm so fucking cunting glad that we got to shitting bastard twatting. Fuck your mothers up the bumhole! Swear.
Cock snot.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah.
Fuck, you really needed to get that out, didn't you?
Oh, you've no idea.
Stressful month or so, has it been?
Death to capitalism.
Yeah. So it's been a hell of a fucking month. It really has been a month. We've done some stuff. We really have done some stuff.
Who wants to start then?
Go on, you two, because I've got something that we've literally just done. So
Yeah.
I'll talk about that last.
Paul, you go first.
Well, so I had Weird Sisters.
Did you know? Does Kath know?
For the record, in the audience, for the first time, is my good wife.
Give it up for
Kath.
Paul's wife, Kath.
Give it up for Kath, who puts up with me.
He decided not to bring his bad wife.
Yeah, no.
Mandy morning.
But I didn't actually catch that, so I won't know what you actually said until I listen back to them. Anyway, Weird Sisters, the play that I've mentioned that I was going to be in, I have now been in. Kath, what did you think of it?
He was short.
I was short. I'm the tallest short person in that play.
I think you'll find I'll have something to say about that, Paul.
That
is not a tenable answer.
Did you do the thing that we were talking about where you strap your shoes to your knees?
Oh.
We did have fake shoes on my knees. Yeah.
But were they in some pans? That is the question.
Oh God, that's an old reference.
But it was an injury. It's like 17 years since I was last in a play, and it was like up until the week before, I still hadn't nailed down the entire script, and it was like literally last minute.
Just wing it.
Last minute, it just came, and I mean,
Ooh,
Anyone?
goosh. I was.
See, that's why I don't do plays that I write.
You actually, sorry to interrupt, you bastards. When we were doing the live show last time for the PG show, you goosed. I nearly lost my shit in front of everyone.
At the very end.
And it was only listening to it as well.
In public, mate.
You goosed in front of children. Continue.
You're
I had to say that.
You are terrible. But I like you. I was going through these experiences of, it's like these particular scenes, or even these particular lines from these particular scenes, they just would not stick. Mm-hmm. And then it was like, the very next morning after rehearsal, I'm having a shower and I'm just running something in my head, and it's like, oh, hang on a minute. That bit of the script is now in my head, and I recited it, and it was there. It was a really weird experience. So, but yes, it was a really...
Want a little tip from me?
What? Yeah, go on.
Okay, so if you ever do something like this...
I'll give you a tip.
record yourself saying your lines and listen back to it in the car.
You know, funnily enough, I was going to do that and then ended up not needing
it's
to.
amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much it sticks in
Fun,
because
yeah.
you're focusing on it while you're reading it and recording it, and then it just.
I think I did it for like one scene and then found I didn't need to do it because the other bits were just eventually.
I used to listen back to the read through for Cadbury Manor and stuff like that.
Yeah. But no, it was a really great experience.
Was that the one where I played?
How many nights did you do?
That was the audition.
We did four nights. 4 nights? Was it 4 nights?
How big a crowd?
Was it 4 or was it 5?
Was the audience bigger than
do I hear a
Keith?
6? Do I hear a 6? Anyone got a 7?
It was 5 because we did Tuesday to
14
Saturday.
years back to back.
Yeah, we did 5 actual performances of it.
Was the audience bigger than Geek Retreat Warrington? Or?
A little bit.
How many did
Were
you
they
do?
more receptive?
I mean, the theatre seats like 300. We weren't full every night.
off.
But
300 people came to see you,
But
to see a play with you in 5 nights on the top.
we were more than full, half full every night.
You should have
my
worn your
God.
50-foot Nerds t-shirt. Maybe we would have actually
How
got
big
some audience.
I did.
It would have been anachronistic.
In the program, they asked us to write a little blurb for each of us. So I did say that I can be heard on the Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds podcast. So we did.
300 people paid to see you on your knees.
Yeah.
5 nights in a row.
Yeah.
Outstanding work, sir.
It was brilliant. It was such good fun, and
I can't make that much when I'm.
When we did after the final night, we had a cast party and that, and Barry, our director, he did a little speech and
Barry
talked about each of the cast in turn, and he basically said about me that I outdid him as somebody who knows their Discworld, because I think he genuinely forgotten that my character was a dwarf when he cast me.
Yeah, but that's because you were at the party still on your knees with a thing strapped to your legs.
He was just casting for somebody who could be a bit like William Shakespeare, and it was like
I genuinely thought you were going to say William Shatner for a moment.
But and it was me who then had to talk him into going full dwarf for the role.
You never go full dwarf, man.
But
I'm just a dude playing another dude on his knees, being a dude.
Yeah, they're in the middle of deciding what they're going to be doing for next season. So and I've had some suggestions that I've put in, hopefully going to try and get them interested.
If only you
in
knew someone who'd written plays that have just sold out 4 nights at another venue.
Yeah, but they're not going to be interested in doing a play that's literally been done locally.
Not locally, mate. The other side of the water.
That is locally. It's Merseyside.
God forbid people do plays more than once.
Sell them on. Oh fuck! What's the other one? No.
What?
I was going to say
God?
Gogglebox.
I thought you were going to say Godspell or something.
No,
or what?
the TV show one.
Oh, Idiot Box.
Idiot Box. That's the
Idiot
one.
Box. Yes.
Well,
speaking of which,
Yeah, because
I'll
first
talk
I was
about
going
that in a
to
bit.
call
I'll
it
talk
Blue
about-
Square, and I was like, that's not right.
I'll talk about.
I've made some suggestions to them for sort of genre stuff and trying.
Alien, the musical.
They've basically
From the cat's perspective.
They've got
Yes.
me for life. So chances are I'm going to be doing something again in some way, shape, or form with them in the next season. But yeah, great fun. Really enjoyed it.
What else you been up to?
Well, we did something together.
We did,
didn't we?
We did.
I roped you into.
Was
a
it
bit-
on film?
A little bit of
He was on his
improv.
knees.
Yeah.
A little bit of improv.
Yeah,
Friends of ours, Al and Erica, were doing.
We officially made our stand-up comedy debut because this is sit-down comedy as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, everybody remembers Whose Line Is It Anyway, don't they? And,
Yes.
With Tony Slattery and co.
Yeah. Back when he appeared to be
remember who might listen to this.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I mean, yeah. But back in the day, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Clive Barker. That's not him. Clive Anderson.
Clive Anderson. Before he talked back,
Okay, so today's game is a lament configuration.
But basically, that's what we did. It was Coronation Weekend, and
Yes.
there's a venue in Birkenhead.
That day that man in London got a fancy hat.
Yes.
Yes.
That were putting on a street party basically, and on the
Everybody
on,
celebrate the fancy hat,
on the Saturday,
or the racists will dislike you.
What? Oh dear.
You can tell my attitudes on it.
Yes. Chaos Goblin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Al and Erica wrote me in to be a third wheel, basically for the
A unicorn.
for the
It's
Saturday
called a
afternoon
unicorn ball.
party thing, and then they were doing another show on the Sunday evening, and we needed we needed somebody else, so you were free.
Boots
so
on the ground, yeah.
You came in, and
I did.
we played a few improv games, and it's
We buried David Dickinson under an orange tree.
yes.
Well, you did anyway.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
We played the murder game,
And I got to be Boris Johnson for a little bit, yes.
and I got to
Marvelous.
be David
Hope he died.
Essex.
You did. You did.
You got to be who?
David Essex.
Oh,
I'm so glad that we got the respective papers because I wouldn't have been able to do yours.
No.
Whereas anyone could really just do Boris Johnson. It's rather easy to do. You just got to run your hand through your hair a lot and just be, very posh and stutter a lot of your words.
start talking randomly about buses.
Yeah, I did actually say don't trust buses, they lie. I did actually
Yeah.
say that.
Don't look at buses, they lie.
It's so long since I've done proper improv like those kinds of games,
Yeah.
and I used to be able to do stuff like that when I was at university.
It took me
really,
a bit to
really
warm
easily,
up on
and I was so out of practice. And
We did that two-headed interview thing, and I made you laugh quite a bit too.
And both times we did the alphabet game,
Yeah.
and both times I forgot that I comes after H. Also, I got the alphabet in the wrong order
Yeah.
somehow both nights.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Whoops.
And you've done something else.
What something else?
Didn't you drive around in a special car?
Oh yes, sorry. Last weekend.
That what? That sounds dodgy.
How do you think Andy's not here?
Atomic batteries.
Jesus Christ.
Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
It's a good thing that Andy would be fine with that joke.
Long-term listeners will remember round about this time last year, I did a James Bond drive.
Yes.
So I drove around
yeah.
in the Aston Martin DB5.
Yeah.
Well,
That was the first show.
yeah.
Yes, it was, yeah.
Well, the family got me another driving experience for Christmas birthday. It was a '66 Batmobile.
You motherfucker.
Oh my God, that is a bastard to drive for a
Yeah,
start.
it's about try the 89
It's
Batmobile.
very,
Because
very
you're not Batman.
It's very
true.
it's a massive car. It is left-hand drive. It's got the half wheel.
What's his left-hand drive? It's American.
Yeah. I know. Luckily, it's automatic, but the pedals were so fucking far apart that I'd go around.
It's
the
because
bend.
Adam West had a massive dick. That's all it was. Well, old chum.
It's
Just trying to
time.
get in there.
For fifth gear.
So many times I'd go around. I'm reaching out to put on the throttle, and it's actually the brake that I'm hitting again. But
Yep.
but then I'm trying to go round this bend and reaching for the steering wheel, and because it's a half wheel, I'm reaching for the bit that isn't there, and it's like fuck.
It's probably because you're doing it like this, Paul. That's why it's not there.
I'm trying to.
It's also
Anyway.
distracting because every single time you turn a corner, it goes.
This is.
I actually put that on the beginning. When I put the video up on my social medias, I actually put that up on the beginning.
Nice.
So you put that video up, but you didn't do the prisoner one that I did audio
Yeah,
for you like a year ago.
yeah. Well, yeah, but
You are
that
number 50.
that is literally a shot that Kath took of me driving past in the Batmobile. It like takes 2 seconds to edit and then put on Tinternet.
Fair dues.
I thought you were going to say put on Tinder. And I was very concerned.
Oh boy.
What have you
Well,
done?
what have you been
What
up
have I
to?
done? Right, so what
Chaos
have I
Goblin?
done? Yeah. So other than being my usual goblin self, so let's see. I went to a horror convention recently, with Connor. We went to
What you said? I went to a horror convention with Connor.
no. I'm trying to catch up in my brain of what we did. So it was.
How old is Connor now?
He's 14, which is fucking bizarre. And I know it's how age works, but like it's like we were saying earlier, it's very odd, not seeing them as little. Like I think I've relayed this.
My kid was telling me where she's going to college.
Yeah,
she actually told me to drove past her new college.
As a responsible parent, what kind of horror are you allowing a 14-year-old to watch?
Well, he told me that he's seen Alien, so
it's all right.
Fang Rock.
That's
yeah. He's watched E.T., so...
Well, he's up on me then, isn't he? I can't finish that film.
Now, we did watch, funnily enough, Treevenge.
It looks like dried up dog poo. Well,
yeah. You know the Treevenge that we did the commentary on?
Yes.
Yeah, he's seen
on
that.
Patreon now.
Yeah, he's seen that.
All right, okay, that was funny, though.
Yeah. Funnily enough, like, speaking of that, one of the reasons that we went to this HorrorCon, it was the Magna Science Centre near Sheffield. One of the reasons...
Where they study ice creams.
Yeah. I said Magna.
Oh, Magna. Oh, I thought you said Magnum.
No, Magna. Yeah. But,
Tom Selleck.
He was there. No, I'm joking.
Yeah. Was he in his Ferrari?
I didn't see one, unfortunately. But when we were there, one of the reasons I was going was because Diamanda was there. Diamanda Hagen, who I do music for and does like online reviews and things. She was there because her sister had a stall there, so she was helping out. So I was like, yeah, me and Connor will come. So we were looking around, and
the fact that I've just been talking about Magnum ice creams, now we're talking about someone with the same Hagen. You're making it very difficult for me not to go to the obvious joke.
I mean, that's technically not her actual name. It's a stage name. But you know what I mean.
Yes.
Yeah. We did get ice creams afterwards, though, so...
This segment feels like it's been going on for days.
Hagen does and Hagen doesn't.
Yeah, no, but what we ended up doing, going around, seeing a load of cool shops and stuff, I bought a shit ton of books. Connor actually came back with like a steampunk Cyberman helmet that I sent you to the picture of.
Oh, yes. Is that where that came from?
That's where that came from.
That was very cool.
I also got like... a replica of like the red key card from Doom Eternal. I also got like a gold-plated ticket to the Nostromo.
Oh, awesome!
Yeah, and stuff like that. So yeah, that was fun.
A gold-plated ticket to the Nostromo.
Yes.
Weird mashup of Wonka.
Yeah, I was going to say, is this a weird mashup between Willy Wonka and Alien?
Gene Wilden is Dallas.
I've got a golden ticket. Yeah, pretty much. And then that's about it, really. Like, I can't think of anything else.
Okay.
I mean, did Grandma's Home? I mentioned that last time.
Grandma's Home, yes. Yeah.
Yes, I did mention that last time. And I think I don't remember if I actually talked about this on the show before, but I actually sucked my first dick. So there you go.
Okay. Not what I expected at the end of that section.
Kath, this is why we invited you here tonight.
Everyone's on their knees this month. Let's get to make my story what I've been up to.
Two PG shows go straight to 18. Yeah, it's going to get banned, this one.
Why not?
Oh God!
We're back to our R-rated shit.
Like at that show, like I almost yelled at a child because they were dressed in Harry Potter clothes.
Oh. So, what have I been up to? Well,
what have you been up to?
Yeah, as has been mentioned on previous shows.
Dicks.
No, surprisingly, none of that from me. I'd say surprisingly. Anyway,
I'd be surprised if you. Well.
Anyway, what have I been up to? As has been mentioned previously, a play I wrote called Murder at Cadbury Manor. It's sold out 4 nights at the Hope Street Theatre in Liverpool. I went to go and see that. And then that's... I mean, more thoughts about it can be found on the Quick Bites section on our Patreon. Needless to say, there was things I really enjoyed about the performance, things I was less so thrilled about, but, that's just me. Maybe I'm too close to it, I don't know. I will be sitting down with the producer Sab in the next week or two. We're going to record a podcast where we go back over the show, the history of the show, this particular production, Sab's company in general, what's in the future for them, etc., etc. So that'll be coming out before too long. So just keep an ear out for that. But yeah, so that's that. What else have I done? I've been, I did the improv thing with you. Let's see what else have I actually done?
I remembered one more thing that I did.
Oh, it was my sister's birthday. We went out for a meal. It's my mum's birthday next week. Went to town, bought some t-shirts. That's pretty much it. Yeah. I think. Oh, I did buy a Lego set.
Ooh.
Yes. I bought the Lego the Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade set. So I now have a little mini Lego Sean Connery.
Does he have oblong legs?
He does. He's in my bag right now. I can get him out for it.
I forgot about the whole oblong legs bit.
And oblong Lego legs.
Yeah.
And there is one thing, I did have a little thought this month. Can vegans listen to Meatloaf?
We can, but we choose not to because he's a terrible person.
Okay. So you can listen to music. You don't want to because he's in music. So 2 out of 3 ain't bad. So anyway,
I remembered one other thing that I did.
That was a good segue then. Why you got to do this to me?
I said it earlier, and then you barged over me and just went into that.
Well, because I figured you hit your punchline with the whole nom of it all.
No, because I only just remembered. Like to be fair, it's a quick one, which is the that's what it was on the dick sucking. To be fair, no. Because obviously I'm having to watch Grandma all the time, where I can't watch half the stuff I normally do because it stresses her out. Like she can't watch like she doesn't like watching like stuff with gore and things. Obviously, yeah, porn. So I was like, you know what? We're watching a bunch of Disney Plus shows. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to finish watching The Owl House. I'm going to rewatch Gravity Falls. And I'm going to rewatch Kim Possible. And apparently my thing now is to watch Disney cartoon shows and cry.
Okay.
So that's what I've been doing. Getting to series finales and just going, it's over.
Speaking of series finales, I saw the end of season 2 of Yellow Jackets, which I've really enjoyed watching. Well, I'm not going to give any spoilers away, just to say I was a little disappointed.
He dies!
No, I'm not saying that. Anyway, let's talk about some movie news and stuff, Dan. Hey, that's not even movie news, it's just news in general.
News!
Now, isn't it? I forgot. News! Let's do news!
You want news? We got news. It's time for the 50-foot news.
There we go. So, right, we're going to start our news by talking about The Flash. Listen to that
Mike
reaction
did
in the room. Wow. Okay. So it's a bit of a dry month in terms of huge news, but we still got to talk about the summer blockbusters because we are entering the summer blockbuster season.
Can't we just talk about that new Batman film that's coming out?
Yes, Batman featuring that person we don't talk about. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying is we want to talk about that movie, but DC are making it very, very difficult. Although what I've noticed is they are limiting shots of Ezra Miller in the trailers to a bare minimum, and Ezra has not been out in any way, shape or form doing any sort of form of press. One thing that DC are doing as well, though, they seem to be being very tricksy with the actual film, is they showed a screening of it at CinemaCon and for the press recently. However, this is apparently not the final version that we released in cinemas. DC are apparently keeping a portion of the footage, if not a significant portion of the footage, under wraps, so as not to spoil any potential like cameos or big moments from leaking out. I have actually seen a description of the post-credit scene already, though, so that's out there. There is one piece of news, though, and I don't
Ezra
feel
gets arrested at the end.
I don't feel that this is a spoiler because this has been declared by the director Andy Muschietti himself.
Who's got a machete?
Let's not even bury the lead. Andy Muschietti has confirmed that Nicolas fucking Cage is in the movie as Superman.
Woo!
It's 25 years.
It's only took 25 fucking years.
I don't know if he's wearing the costume and the mullet or anything like that, but
I would be so disappointed if you don't.
If they're going to all the trouble of making that kind of reference, they've got to do the hair, they've got to do the outfit. Yeah. It's a no-brainer.
I'm here fighting a giant. No, I'm not going to say what I was fighting. I almost spoiled it again.
Yeah, so that's...
You know what I was fighting? Bees!
Yeah, bees. Bees, what about the bees, Nicolas Cage? We've got him here, live, in person. Nicolas Cage, everybody.
Oh, no, not the bees! Not the bees!
Thank you, Nicholas. Okay, shut up, go away.
Calm down.
Yeah. So, that's DC. But what over the road at, well, let's say it's over the road. No, it's Disney. I was going to go Marvel, but no, we're going to just go to Disney first of all. So, Disney bought Fox, as we all know, because we did an episode called a Fox in the Hen, a mouse, a house of mouse, something like that. I don't remember. It was years ago. But
I don't know.
Forever ago. We did a special episode of Breaking News Bulletin thing. Anyway, so when Disney bought Fox, they bought all of the IP that goes along with that, including Predator and Alien, which I love all the little memes that say that facehugger eggs are Disney princesses, technically, because they are the daughters of the Queen.
Yes.
So when the merger went through, Alien Covenant was in production at the time, and Disney's just recently given us Prey, and as much as the Predator franchise come back again, apparently whilst that was still going on, Fox's former licensing director Joshua Izzo has revealed that whilst this was going on, a fully animated Alien vs Predator TV series of 10 episodes was completed. Not in the works, completed. And has been sat on the shelf ever since. The original plan was to release them periodically of like 3 DVDs. So you do like episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8, 9, 10 as the releases. But it's just been sat there ever since. Now, we don't know whether or not it's CGI or cell animation or anything like that. I bet me $1 on CG, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But will we ever see them?
You know what? I want to say no.
Yeah.
Given that the strategy at Disney has now changed and they are now taking stuff down. I mean,
but I know they've taken stuff off. Well, if you say, oh yeah, we've got this Alien vs Predator TV series, we're going to put it exclusively on Disney Plus. Anyone who wants to see it, they're going to sign up. So it's a way.
I don't think
it would be
that would be that much of a selling point for getting Disney Plus.
They've got other stuff that they've been sitting on for a long time, like Star Wars Detours. Does anyone remember that? The Star Wars animated series by Stupid Buddy Studios, the Robot Chicken people? Yep, that's all done. That's all been sat there ready for years, and apparently it will come on Disney Plus at some point. Just don't know when.
I was going to say, didn't that get a limited release and then pulled again? No. Or did it not?
No, an episode has leaked online.
Right, that's what I'm thinking of then.
Yeah. But the stuff that's been removed from Disney Plus is quite telling. Willow has been on there for less than 6 months.
I didn't get around to seeing it.
I only watched a couple of episodes and didn't get round to the rest. So that opportunity.
I'm sure whenever I do get to see it, there'll be a bloke with an eye patch.
Some of the older Marvel-related stuff has been removed. Like Runaways is now gone.
Runaways, yeah.
I mean, even some of the classic, more Hulu stuff. So older movies and that. I'm working my way through all the best picture Oscars at the moment. I was going to watch The Sound of Music last week.
If only
it's not
on
fucking
BBC,
there.
It'll be on BBC 20 minutes. Give it fat,
But
it's on Netflix. I think
It's Bank Holiday Monday tomorrow. It'll be fine.
It's not on anything at the moment. It was
Bank Holiday tomorrow. It'll be on.
It was a Disney Plus. It was on Disney Plus because it's a Fox movie. And it's not on there. They have removed it for some inexplicable reason. So, guys.
Personally, I'm thankful for that because it means that when I go to work, they can't put it on again.
But this is the problem with streaming, and this is why physical media is still king.
Exactly.
Plus, we don't have to. We don't have to worry about them getting it in the wrong aspect ratio. Friends.
Friends.
All right. I haven't done anything. Why are you having to go at me? Anyway,
you're not my friend. No.
We're going from 2 big horror action franchises to another one now. Well, sort of. Because we're going to be talking about. We're going to talk about the Terminator, and Arnold Schwarzenegger is back on Netflix in that series Fubar, which I haven't actually watched yet. When he won't be back, though,
was it Netflix's chief action officer?
I have no idea.
Isn't that what he's supposedly Netflix's chief action officer?
Wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me. But apparently he won't be back in the Terminator franchise.
That makes sense.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So a quote from Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, the franchise is not done. I'm done. I got the message loud and clear that the world wants to move on with a different team when it comes to the Terminator. Someone has to come up with a great idea. The Terminator was largely responsible for my success, so I'd always look at it very fondly, Yeah, the 3 movies were great. Number 4, Salvation. I was not in because I was the governor, yes, of Los Angeles, California. And then Genesis, number 6, Dark Fate. They didn't close the deal as far as I'm concerned. We knew that ahead of time because they were just not well written. Kill you.
Didn't I read something about James Cameron is working on another
I was
Terminator
just about to
movie?
get to that, Paul. Yes,
Yeah?
thank you very much. It's almost as if I read it today and didn't have a chance to put it in the show notes.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get to that in just one sec. With regard to Arnie, he's also gone on to say that he's unlikely return to Conan as well. We're never going to get that King Conan movie.
That's a shame because having waited so long, doing an old Conan movie
I know, but
wouldn't be a bad thing.
Look, but no
Conan
one
old.
No one went to see the new young Conan movie with Jason Momoa in it. So why are people going to go to see old man
Did you like
Arnie?
that, didn't you, Kath?
Yeah, Jason Momoa doesn't work if he's not got a beard.
Yeah.
Dune.
Baywatch Chilly Nights, Jason Momoa does not work.
Baywatch Chili Nuts, yes.
So no one's see that. So no one's going to go and see King Conan with his saggy man boobs. He's like 80 years old.
They seem to be more interested
the
in
king.
doing Red Sonja than Conan, aren't they?
Yeah, look at me. I'm in London with my fancy hat.
No one wants to go and see that, do they?
Arnie being coronated.
They wave at you. Come on, let's go.
Let me sit on my golden throne.
That really. I was watching the coronation, and bear in mind that
Eating a chicken.
King Charles, he is an old man. He's pensioner gets fancy hat was the headline for the day. Pensioner has a sit down and gets a hat, and I'm watching, and that crown is fucking heavy, and I'm watching him put it on his head, and he just goes.
Yep.
Like that, and he has to sit there for hours. And I mean, when you break it down, pensioner wears his dead mum's clothes.
Yeah.
It's the beginnings of a new Psycho movie, innit? You know what I mean?
It is.
Yeah. It's, anyway, so as Paul did rightly say, James Cameron has come out recently and said that he is working on a new Terminator movie. However, he said that he started working on it a couple of months ago.
Does that mean he's finally bored with working on Avatar movies?
He's finally come up from under the sea looking at the Titanic for the last 28 years. Yeah, no,
The seaweed is always greener. It's somebody else's lane.
I've been down by the Titanic.
Why is James Cameron voiced by Arnold Schwarzenegger?
He's not. His
I
voice.
spent too much time with him.
He's voiced by Sebastian the Crab.
I'm not doing that impression, no. No, so he started writing it, and then he's put it on hold because he's concerned about the rise of AI, as we should all be at this point. So he wants to kind of see where this is going first before he then goes on to write the rest of the script. Personally, he should have probably just got ChatGPT to write it for him.
I was going to say, is that what he's waiting for? He's just going to wait.
Can I please request that for next month?
Skynet
Just
writing
type
a
in
Terminator
Skynet,
movie.
James Cameron,
Okay.
Terminator movie.
We will do that. We will do that for next
Amazing.
month.
Fair
We'll
enough.
see how accurate it is.
See how
if I
many.
can get an Arnold Schwarzenegger AI voice to read it for you as well.
Let's see how many shotguns are in it.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing. He's just making sure he gets the adequate amount of shotgun in there.
Well,
Yeah.
it's a Terminator movie. There's got to be,
It's got to be at least one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's concerned about the rise of AI, as we should all be. The right to strike is going on. Right to strike is going on at the moment in Hollywood, and the main sticking point is with regard to residuals, making sure that people get paid accordingly. You like that?
Right, guys. Sorry. Right. So if you're a Patreon, you will are able to watch the video of this.
Yes.
And you would have seen Paul massively fail trying to put his sunglasses on. Then
not trying
his
to put-
wife was in the audience laughing at him.
What
and
I'm trying to do is,
guys,
my
it's
forehead is itching, and I was trying to scratch
it's-
it with me.
bollocks. Right. Patreon is a
what I was trying
pound.
to do.
A pound is a pound. It's worth it. Trust me.
Yeah.
It's fucking brilliant. Right. Continue.
Yes.
I'll give
so
you a
the
pound.
right to strike. It's basically at the moment the old model used to be you'd go on TV, you'd make your show, you'd be employed for American TV, 26 episodes a year, so you'd work for about 40 weeks, get paid for each week that you worked, you get X amount per episode, you'd get residuals, which is your repeat fees, and etc. etc. That model doesn't work anymore because it was outdated when video came in, and then it got more outdated when streaming came in. That's why there was a strike 10 years ago. They wanted to make sure that people got paid accordingly for streaming. Now that there's more streaming services, there's more TV shows that go for shorter seasons, so people are only working for like maybe 20 weeks a year. So they've got to do more shows.
And it's not even that because the contracts are to do with the traditional methods of distribution, and they get an absolute pittance for streaming, which is not considered to be on a par.
They want an extra 2 cents. That's all they want, an extra 2 cents per episode. But what it is the sticking point right now is because the streaming services, specifically Netflix, for example, they don't release their viewing figures, so they don't know how many times something's been viewed. I could watch Stranger Things 48 times, and under the old format, those writers would get paid 48 times every time I watch the episode, but they don't. They only get paid once for working on the show, and that's it. It's not fair. So they need to get that, and also a big sticking point right now is the use of AI to write scripts.
Yep.
They want because the studios are just like, okay, well, don't come back to work. We'll just get robots to write stuff instead.
Yeah, because
which is one of the studios they
death to the fleshy ones
for their autumn schedule. They're just putting out a shitload of reality shows because they don't need writers for them.
Well, that's what happened last writer's strike, which is why we got fucking President Orange.
Yeah, I know.
Because the Celebrity Apprentice became a thing. He became popular and ended up fucking president.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, yeah, so, that's the basics with the writer's strike anyway. So, so AI is going to be a big concern to writers, which I don't blame.
Well, it's the same as with the visual artists, they're just using AI to make posters and stuff to advertise and things rather than paying actual artists to do it.
Exactly, yeah. It's the progression from the floating heads poster. We're now getting
it's basically like the tech bros saw the sci-fi that was like, hey, we're going to make AI and stuff that'll do your work so you can be all creative.
Yeah.
And instead they've gone, hey, we'll get the robots to do the creative stuff so you can work more.
Yeah, it's the opposite of what the future was supposed to be.
Death to capitalism.
But speaking of what the future is supposed to be, now that Arnold Schwarzenegger isn't going to be the Terminator anymore, what could he do instead, I wonder? Ooh. It's almost as if I wrote a bit.
Yeah, go on then.
So this is the 50 Foot Nerds present Arnold Schwarzenegger Goes to the Job Centre. Mario, what?
No, that's
I can beat the new Mario. Yes, I jump on a turtle. I get myself a mushroom.
So, Mr. Schwartz, Mr. Arnie.
Yes, that's me. That's my name. Come on,
So
get it right.
what-
I'm the famous comedian Arnold Braunschweiger.
I gather you're looking for a job.
Yes,
Yeah.
I need a job,
So what sort of experience have you got?
Well, you ask my mate, she'll tell you what kind of experience I've got.
Do you know anything about installing Windows onto home PCs at all? Have you got Vista, baby?
I like what you did there. Yes, it's nice. I like that. Yes.
And how do you feel about working in a kitchen?
It gets very hot. I would have to take off my underwear and go commando.
Could you cut things up? You prepare stuff in a kitchen?
If need be.
Could you get to the chopper?
I could get to the chopper. Yes. Yeah.
And I mean, I gather you have some experience in politics.
I do have memory of that. Yes, I have total recall. Yes.
How about going right to the top? How about being president?
Yes, I could do that. Yes.
Okay. So what nationality are you?
I'm.
Sorry. What was that? I still can't hear you.
Is this gonna take much longer? I've gotta get a job myself.
Well, you're looking for any maid work by any chance? Yes.
Working as a maid reminds me of that time when...
When do we have this conversation back in my house? Yeah, I'll drive you there, my Humvee. Come on, let's go.
I can already see where this is going.
Yes, I'll introduce you to the last action hero.
And scene. So, there we go. Right, okay. Okay, we're gonna move on now to Deadpool 3. Let's just be honest.
You should read your actual title. It's good.
It's time to chimmy the motherfucking chongas again.
Yes.
For those people who don't know, again, on Patreon, if you sign up, I always put the show notes up there every month so you get to see the weird things that I title each segment on the show.
Yep.
Right. So this is slightly out of date as well. We've got an additional bit of information to put on here. But cameras started rolling this week on Deadpool 3, according to actor Stefan Capuchin Monkey, who is the body double for Colossus. Yeah, that's it. He's the body double for Colossus. As we know, Hugh Jackman's going to return as Wolverine. He posted a new photo to Instagram just this week where he's got the trademark facial hair. Marina Baccarin is going to be back as Vanessa. Karen Sony is back as Dopinder. Leslie Uggams is back as Blind Al. Rob Delaney's back as Peter. You know, that guy from X-Force who doesn't have any powers. Bjarne Hildebrand is back as Negasonic Teenage Warhead. And, Shioli Kutsuna is back as Yukio.
She's my favourite character.
She is good. She is.
Shock. I only did that bit because as soon as he said it, I saw Doug stare at me. Like, go on, you bitch, do it.
So one other actor that people think...
It's so true.
People think may be in this movie, however, is Halle Berry. Now, this is all based upon an Instagram post, again, of all
She's playing
things.
Catwoman.
Well, well, let's get to that. So she posted an Instagram photo this week of her holding a cat, actually. But in the photo, she has short hair, which is white stroke grey, in a similar style to how she had it in the future segments of Days of Future Past. In the photo, she's holding a cat, and it says, it takes patience to be perfect, or something like that. Oh, and
shit.
Patience...
Is the Catwoman's name
something,
in the
Patience
movie.
Templeton, or something like that. Yeah. So I think it was kind of a nod to Catwoman, but also, is she back as Storm? I don't know. Given the fact that Wolverine in this movie is set to be from between Days of Future Past and pre-Logan, it could be an indicator that she'd be back. We don't know. But I'd be interested to see her back.
You know what?
Give us something to do, though, because Storm is such an amazing character in the books. And in the movies, she's just eye candy. Don't get me wrong. Halle Berry is some special kind of eye candy. Yeah. She's stunning. She's also an Oscar-winning actress. Give us something to do.
She was also in movie 43, though. And to be fair, so was Hugh Jackman.
Was he the one with?
Of course,
Was he the one with the?
It's an atrocious dumpster fire of a movie.
Yeah, it's great though.
But I can't stop watching it.
Yeah,
I will watch that once a year.
The bit with McLovin and Hit Girl, that gets me every time.
Absolutely, but she's dying.
Yeah.
Anyway, Halle Berry, give us something to do. Make her an actual character. Give
I mean, she is an Omega level mutant in the comics. Yeah. You know, she can literally control.
Sure, she's the fucking Queen of Mars at the moment. No, seriously, in the Marvel comics, Mars is now Arakko, the mutant planet.
One of the Warner Brothers.
Yes, Arakko, Wacko, and Dot.
Yes.
and
the Warner sister.
And Storm is basically queen of the planet.
No.
The mutant red planet.
I mean, she can terraform things, I guess.
My theory. I reckon both of those are red herrings, and what it's going to be is it's going to do a Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, and she's in there as herself.
Halle Berry as Halle Berry.
Yeah, on the set of Catwoman, right?
So Ryan Reynolds.
So we'd finally get the MCU crossover with the DC.
No, we've already had it.
You've got it, yeah.
Because Deadpool went back in time to kill Ryan Reynolds.
Oh yeah, that's true.
She's going to do the same.
Exactly. So it's both
Deadpool
of those
kills
things.
the DC and Marvel multiverse.
I'm going to be so disappointed if that's not what happens.
Sorry.
Let's get that done. Dear Ryan Reynolds. I know you can't write on your movie at the moment because of the strike, which means you can't even fucking ad-lib because you'll be breaking the strike. But we want this to happen. Make it happen now. Send.
Oh, we can't write back.
I'm assuming.
He's just looking at his computer going.
I'm assuming the thing.
Signed, Dr. Sam Neill.
I'm assuming the thing that you're going to additionally refer to is that it's rumored that Spider-Man is going to cameo.
I don't believe that.
I think it would.
Which Spider-Man, to be fair?
Oh, it'd be the Tom Holland
I
Spider-Man.
don't know. With this new deal that he's got now, I think
No.
it would waste one of his
No,
appearances.
that's the character. That's the character that's going to be in. Which Spider-Man?
Which Spider-Man?
It's a Spider-Man. Yeah. It's like a cross between Spider-Man
Have you read?
and Octopus.
Have you anybody read Bromance with Spider-Man and Deadpool?
No.
I've been meaning.
He would need to be an older Spider-Man. So if like Tobey Maguire was in it and Deadpool turned up, he would only have to like just go, oh, for fuck's sake. That'd be it.
I would like
that's
Spider-Man to be Deadpool and then them to have had some form of friendship relationship in some
Oh,
way.
Deadpool believes it's his best mate, and Spider-Man's always trying to lose him and get rid of him.
I don't want any kind of like flashbacks or anything. I don't want them to meet for the first time. I want them Spider-Man to just know him.
He's gonna go,
away.
oh fucking hell, it's
him again.
It's him. And just try and get away from him, and he just can't.
That would work for me. Okay, we're going to stay with Marvel now with some slightly out-of-date news, but we will go through it and anyway give you the new news anyway. Last month we talked about the casting of the Fantastic Four. Again, Marvel just fucking get on with it and do it. It seems now that Adam Driver is a lock for Mr. Fantastic.
Oblong man.
Daveed Diggs is apparently going to be the Thing. So for those who don't know, he is
Snowpiercer.
Yeah, he was also in Hamilton. He was Thomas Jefferson,
Yeah.
and he's also the voice of Sebastian the Crab in the new live-action Little Mermaid. Sue
His
Storm
rap
was
band
apparently
clipping is great.
Sue Storm was apparently offered to Emma Stone, who turned it down because she wanted more money. However, now it seems that Marvel has locked down Margot Robbie as the Invisible Woman, which
Fair
I
enough.
don't know if I see because maybe she is too.
Well, no,
too
because
tied
she's the
into
Invisible
DC.
Woman.
Hey, John Cena could have played it.
Yes. Cast John Cena as Sue Storm.
Yes. And apparently an actor by the name of Paul Mescal has been offered the Human Torch. You may not know the name, but he was actually nominated for Best Actor at the Oscars this year. No one saw the movie that he was in. He was probably best well known because he's never really done any genre stuff. He was in Normal People on BBC Three. That's the only thing that I can recognise him from.
I know
Anyway,
I've watched that, but it's just fell out.
The thing I would just say, though, is that there's probably not a massive rush now to ensure that this cast is in place because Marvel are basically on hold because of the strike.
Well, yes
Yeah.
and no. There's no
they-
rush to announce it because apparently the rumour is they're going to announce it at Comic-Con in July. So,
but because if there's any doubt as to whether these are, the people who are or have been cast, because what Thunderbolts, Wonder Man, Blade, and Daredevil,
they're all on hold.
on hold.
Blade
now.
didn't even start filming, though. To be fair,
Yeah,
That
but
is
the production work on it is on hold.
well, production work can still continue.
Blade is turning into the new Spawn.
Yeah, it's
never going to happen.
I'm really disappointed.
I really want it to happen. I want Spawn to happen again, but it's just never going to get there.
Yeah.
And while the writers are on strike, right, is John Hollywood knocking about?
We can ask.
Can you just
Someone
ask?
send an email to John Hollywood.
Hold on.
Okay.
Calling John Hollywood. Calling John Hollywood.
John Hollywood here, yes. How can I help
Right,
you?
Mr. Hollywood.
Hooray!
Mr. Hollywood, right. So all your guys are on strike at the minute, and you want to make the Fantastic Four.
Yes, I do. John Hollywood wants to make Fantastic Four. Ha ha! Big arms energy.
It's already been wrote. It's a fucking comic book. Use that as the script, for God's sake, and give us what we want.
How much do you want?
I just want to see it done. I want to see it done properly and not have to call it The Incredibles. Because that's the best Fantastic Four film.
I will certainly give it some consideration. Ha ha! John Hollywood time.
Thank
Ha
you,
ha.
John Hollywood. Right.
Okay. He's gone. Bye, John. Bye.
What a handsome man that John Hollywood is.
He is. He's
Stunner.
gorgeous, isn't
Stunner.
he? And you couldn't see him if you go to patreon.com.
Yeah,
/
that's
/54nerds.
He still hasn't got back to me about the Batman versus Superman idea.
I never will.
You dick.
So, yes, what else have we got? Okay, Beetlejuice is back, baby.
Woo!
Yeah. Filming is on the way.
Beetlejuice.
And
Wait.
I know what you're all thinking. Jesus, slow down. The movie's only just come out, the first one. But, yeah, they're making the sequel. It's happening. We've no idea if he's going Hawaiian yet or not, but we do know that Tim Burton is back in the director's chair. Michael Keaton and Winona Ryder are reprising their roles of Beetlejuice, spelled correctly in the show notes, and Lydia Dietz. Jenna Ortega is now confirmed as playing Lydia's daughter.
Genital what?
Genital herpes is confirmed as playing Lydia's daughter.
Okay.
Catherine O'Hara is returning as Delia Dietz, Lydia's mother. Monica Bellucci and Willem Dafoe have joined the cast as Beetlejuice's wife and an afterlife law enforcement officer, respectively. Now, as I've said on here, I've guessed what I think the plot of this movie is going to be. I've guessed that the plot will involve Lydia dying and becoming a ghost, and she will then be trapped in the house with Beetlejuice attempting to finish what he started by marrying her. And then he will then be arrested for afterlife bigamy because he's still married to Monica Bellucci. At this point, Delia comes to live with Lydia's daughter to come for their granddaughter. But, plot twist, everyone thinks that Jenna Ortega is going to be, another downtrodden fucking goth girl like her mum. No. She's going to be a happy-go-lucky girl who does not believe in ghosts. And Delia's there going, no, seriously, this house is fucking haunted. And she's like, no, it's not though, is it? So that's what I want to happen in this movie.
What? So, the whole film has, the A plot of Lydia and Beetlejuice again, but then the B plot is Catherine O'Hara, getting, increasingly more, ghost hunting shit in order to try and convince her Valley Girl granddaughter.
Yeah, we redo the seance scene from the first Beetlejuice with Catherine O'Hara. They're still going, yes, it's going to happen, something's going to happen. Nothing happens.
Yeah.
Beetlejuice is in court in the afterlife.
Yeah.
My question, though, is, right, so we know from Beetlejuice 1 that if you die, okay, so the fellow who shot that woman and they're from The Fly, they live in that house and they can't leave the house because if they do, they go into that desert thing with the sandworms, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so ghosts can only exist in the house where they lived before they died.
Otherwise, they've got to mine spice for the rest of their lives.
Why does Beetlejuice live in that house?
He doesn't. He gets summoned there.
Yeah.
They summon him. Beetlejuice.
Okay, so where does he live before that?
Jesus.
So
Well,
where does he live otherwise?
I always figured that he wasn't technically a ghost. He was like a
He's the ghost with the most?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's him putting on a front. He's actually some sort of demon type thing where so this one's going to go into his backstory where he used to be a demon, but then he got cast out because he was just too fucking annoying. And then...
Casper, Beetlejuice, and Melchior.
Yes.
Haven't we talked before about crossing Beetlejuice over with the Ghostbusters franchise?
I know we talk about crossing ghosts over with the Ghostbusters franchise.
It just strikes me that's not a bad idea, is it? Ghostbusters versus Beetlejuice.
Yeah, we've talked about that on the show before.
That audio? I don't think I did I?
No.
No, I'll get that done. I'll remind. Mike, remember when you're doing the edit? Get it done.
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah, Mike.
Mike.
Yes. Mike check.
Michael!
Yes.
1, 2.
So do you think I've got a good idea for the sequel there?
Yeah, that would actually be pretty cool.
Shame there's a writer's strike.
I know, yeah, if only. Call me John. Right. A few more stories. Okay, so we're going over to a galaxy far, far away this time for our last couple of stories. So the first one is that new king of Star Wars, Dave Filoni, is obsessed with the prequels. This is evidenced by the fact that, Clone Wars, and how much he likes to reference it in all the TV series and everything like that. This week, when asked by GQ if she would ever return to the Star Wars franchise, Natalie Portman has said that she is open to it. Now, she died. Spoilers. But Padme died, so it's unlikely we'll see anything more in live action for Padme. Only
She's
if
not
we do.
dead. She's still alive in a galaxy far, far away.
No, right. What happens, right? Right, I've got a pitch.
Oh, I've got a pitch. Okay.
You do your pitch first,
Okay,
and then I'll do mine.
So unless we see kind of like flashbacks to the Clone Wars, which we could see with Ahsoka and what have you, it is possible. However, one of the big things in the movies is in Episode 1 and partly at the beginning of Episode 2, it is known that Padme has decoy doubles. This one is a decoy.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a hell of a racist accent on that guy. So I pitch here and now that we focus on one of these doubles in what I'm calling Padme, which will be the Breaking Bad of the Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
The decoy has turned evil, and it's up to Obi-Wan's brother, Obi-Jeff, who will be played by Mad Eye Moody actor Brendan Gleeson as Mad Eye Moody.
Not Obi-2.
Okay,
That's his
so,
brother that
I've got 2 comments here. So first of all, the headline is actress would say yes to work.
Yeah.
That was the headline that
Stop
started
her,
it,
or
okay?
something.
Shock horror.
But-
I would also point out that basically the Darth Vader comics are doing the handmaidens. Are doing the handmaidens at the moment.
Okay, well, I haven't read them.
They've brought back.
This is an original idea, Disney.
They've brought back Sabe. That's Keira Knightley's character.
Sabu? What?
Sabe.
He's homicidal,
was-
genocidal, and suicidal.
I was
And,
about to
Sophia
say.
Sophia Coppola's handmaiden, Sache.
So they're doing the Handmaid's Tale.
And they've basically joined forces with Darth Vader and become Imperials.
Lovely.
They've become twats.
Well, that's what I'm suggesting.
They now sell after 8 mints.
But I want Obi Jeff to hunt her down.
Yeah.
Stop her, you bastard! Get back here! I'm gonna hunt you down like my Jedi brother. Except he's too busy living on a farm, cutting up fucking sandfish or something.
Yeah. Well, that was going to be my
Cruciatus!
that was going to be my pitch,
With
right?
the Force.
So this show starts after episode 3 ends, right?
Yeah.
Where it's revealed that Padme faked her own death.
I see where this is going.
Oh fuck!
And now she lives on a
A long
sand
time
farm.
ago in a Gotham farm.
Has she changed the name?
Yes.
To what?
To Thomas Wayne, weirdly.
Yeah. It's odd. But she does still live on a sand farm. Like, they don't even extract water from the
Most
sand. They
evaporated.
extract... Yeah, they don't even do that. She just extracts sand. It's very bizarre. Like...
She lives at the sea and extracts sand from the sea.
No, it's not even that. It's
Silt. More silt than anyone has ever asked for.
It's a sand planet, but it's
Sounds
still...
like something Dredger would run into.
Yeah. It's a sand planet, but she's finding more sand, right?
I mean, I
she's-
feel like the audience
Space
need a
Dredger.
fucking bingo card at this point to see when Dredger turns up, to see when Martha and Thomas Wayne fucking fake their own death.
John Hollywood here. I'm back again to tell you all about Dredger,
That's
Space
what,
Dredger.
who's also known as Thomas Wayne.
Thank God it's not a drinking game.
But then,
Jesus.
no, the whole thing is like set up so like she goes on these weird loopy adventures because she's completely lost her fucking mind, right? She's lost her mind, and the only reason, like, because she can't sell sand on a sand planet, that makes no sense.
To tourists,
So-
you can. They take it away.
I don't
with
know.
them in
Yeah.
the bottles.
Some people sell ice
Oh,
to
no, wait.
Inuits.
Inuits. Yeah.
No, but that's perfect. Then,
So she
'cause
sells
what
seashells down
happens-
by the seashore.
Maybe.
Okay.
But she keeps selling sand, right? And at the end, you can see these people coming. And then at the end of one of like the penultimate episodes, it's revealed that the person they're actually like people in like they're Imperials being sent there to buy the sand to keep her like insane, so she doesn't go and find Luke and Leia, and they're paid by Emperor Palpatine.
You must go to the
You
sand
must go
planet
buy
and
sand.
buy bottles of sand from this loopy bitch.
Yeah.
Power.
And then I will turn it into gland. Zap! Zap! And that's how I make the glass for the Death Star. You see? Zap! Like that all the time.
Yes. Exactly. What do you reckon? Would it work?
Yeah, it would. It would. Yeah, she certainly sees them coming. And do you know what? Talking of seeing people coming, that brings us neatly onto our next story. Got thousands of dollars.
Who were?
Yeah. Got thousands of, thanks, Train. Thousands of dollars building a hole into your pockets. Well, it sucks to be you because you can't use that anymore because Disney are shutting down their Galactic Star Cruiser. You know, that hotel that makes it look like you're in space. Yeah, you know that hotel where you walk around dressed as a Jedi? You know that hotel where it costs you £4,800 for a couple's room for an overnight stay?
Huh.
$6,000 for a family room? Yeah. That's been deemed as non-profitable.
No shit.
Yeah, as the occupancy has plummeted to pretty much fucking zero, and the cast members are having to interact with the same guests over and over and over again, and all of the activities at the hotel are geared towards children, which means that the fucking people who've got the money, you know, all these adults without children with so much disposable income, can't fucking do anything while they're there.
Yeah.
So that
and the
was
ones
where-
that do have kids, it's all like, Daddy,
make the servant do this for me. Cut my milk.
Is it blue milk?
Yes, cut my blue milk.
Now, Disney do say it has been a learning experience. And
Oh, no shit, Disney, you fucking twats.
And it has provided a lot of groundbreaking technology, which they will refer to in future for other ventures.
To be fair, they had the right idea with Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland, which is absolutely
Paris.
amazing. That's a proper sort of immersive experience. You're surrounded by the whole world. You've got the characters walking through. You're seeing the Mandalorian and Grogu. You're seeing.
I believe his name is Baby Yoda.
I believe his name is Din Grogu.
Yeah, and the First Order and Kylo Ren and his stormtroopers and all that sort of stuff.
All right, been to fucking Disney, have you?
Yeah. Yes, I have.
Oh, you'd never fucking know, would you? Why didn't you think me?
Yeah, I think trying to make it even more immersive, as has been proven,
If you go in wearing
far too
anything,
expensive and just not as popular
Do you
as
want
they
to know how
thought
to
it would
make
be.
it even more immersive?
Go on.
You use Darth Paul Lennon and you drown people in a fish tank. I'll
In a
immerse
fish
you
tank.
in some fucking water, you bastards.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say basically what happens is anyone that goes in wearing a T-shirt that is from the side of like the rebels or anything like that, the stormtroopers actually physically arrest them.
They do that.
Do they?
Yeah, if they see someone wearing like a rebel logo, the stormtroopers
I was carrying my Star
I meant like legitimately arrest them and like carry them away.
shoot them, kill them.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
Can't
no,
shoot them. They miss.
I was nearly ripped apart by Chewbacca because I was carrying my stormtrooper bag.
Let the Wookiee win, Paul.
He was not happy with me. That was
I'd
very
let Chewie
scary.
rip me apart. No.
Well, all the cast members at Disney, obviously, at this hotel are now without jobs. So
They'll
we
just
need
get,
to. We
because
need
if
to
they're character actors, they'll just get moved to somewhere else.
The characters themselves will need to actually get new jobs. So now we're going to figure out
shit.
what happens.
That's a fair point.
So what would happen if, say, for example, I don't know, Misa Jar Jar Binks me turn up at Disney, knock on door. Oh, no one open door of Disney Hotel. What Misa do?
I'm Stan Lee. You can't get in this hotel anymore.
Oh boy, Misa think you are dead.
No, I just started working as the security.
Your
If
voice
you
does
remember,
not sound
right?
like Stan Lee.
I know.
It sounds more like.
I think he should.
Wait,
I think
it wasn't Stan Lee that was the security. It was Samuel L. Jackson. Shit.
I think Jar Jar should just change his surname to Abrams.
Oh, Misa think a J.J. Abrams is a good name. Although Misa do have idea for a new job. Misa go on eBay and sell micro machines.
All
Misa
right.
put them in little tiny glass bottle. They call them Jar Jar Car Jars.
Ah.
And we found the level for my wife.
Oh no, sir. Oh god, I'm gonna.
I was worried because you were like, oh, I'm gonna get these miniatures and put them in a jar, and I was like, like, do any of you get that reference? Wait, am I the only one that knows about the My Little Pony in the jar?
Let's say yes and move on very quickly.
Jesus Christ!
Okay.
Like, if anyone that
My
does
turn.
like tweet the 50-foot nerds.
Okay, let's go on to one of my favorite sounders of the show. Ooh, diddly dum, wee Doctor Who news. Thanks, Paul. Do your thing, bitch.
Do my thing, but
the
okay.
audio
So
needs to be louder on that
we
sound.
the news with Doctor Who is just not slowing down. It's so bizarre that we've gone through like 5 years of the Jodie Whittaker era, where it was just fed to us drip feed every
You want a new
so
episode
often.
of Doctor Who? There's one next week. That's literally it.
And then,
No,
you know,
that's what
suddenly,
it's like.
suddenly Russell T. Davies is back, and it's like
Russell who? Russell T. Davies.
Yeah.
Is he being announced by fucking Bill Cosby?
we just
Russie.
Don't drink in the cafe on the TARDIS, you see.
and I've been sent to prison. Anyway,
One more two. Sugar.
but you can't move for Doctor
God,
Who
I'm-
news
I-
now, can you?
That really puts that Professor what was his name? The guy from Sharda puts him in a different light now. Wumpa Lumpur 2 and then Sugar.
But that's
Oh God.
Professor Chronotis.
Chronotis,
yeah.
that's his name.
That's
yeah.
given me
Rolls off the tongue though.
That's given me a separate idea, though, for another one of your Ghostbusters crossovers.
Okay.
Ghostbusters with Ghost Dad.
Anyway.
Oh dear.
Paul! So, during the Eurovision Song Contest, we had a new teaser trailer that announced the 3 titles for the 60th anniversary specials. Ooh. So we have The Star Beast, which wasn't really a surprise because we knew it was Beat the Meat, which it's an adaptation of the old Doctor Who weekly comic strip in some way, shape or form. Then we've got Wild Blue Yonder and The Giggle.
So I know Futurama did a thing called the Wild Green Yonder movie.
Well, I gather it's a reference to a piece of music called Wild Blue Yonder.
Yeah, well, Wild Blue Yonder's yeah.
So,
that one's about cowboys.
And in a move that
Mike's
surprised
practicing his death metal vocals.
In a move that surprised absolutely no fucker, Murray Gold is returning to score the series. What? I know.
Surprise.
Moving on to next year, there's lots of images out there of Shooty and Millie in costume.
Shooty! Yes, thank you. I was waiting
for next year. So we've got a trip to the 60s, which may involve the Beatles because they've been seen literally.
I'm going to drown you in a fucking fish tank.
Somebody summoned me. It's almost as if I knew that it was coming, isn't it?
And they've also been pictured in costume for an episode that will be featuring Jonathan Groff. So
Jonathan Ross.
Groff.
Oh.
Yeah. He's Kristoff from Frozen, but he was also the new Agent Smith in Matrix Resurrections.
And he's also King George, I think, in Hamilton. Yes.
Yeah. And
he's got
also,
some great songs.
He's got the best bit.
Yeah.
And also Indira Varma is coming back to the Whoniverse.
Because you can't kill Susie.
They keep
what's
killing
coming back,
Susie.
sorry?
Indira Varma was in Torchwood.
She was in the Obi-Wan TV series.
Right, okay.
She'll be appearing
I misheard.
as the Duchess.
She was also one of the Ninas on Sci-Fi Channel a long, long time ago.
Yeah.
I misheard you, and I thought you said they were filming in the Royal Armouries.
I didn't say anything even remotely like that.
I know. But,
okay.
To be fair though, that would be a cool setting for a Doctor Who story, though, wouldn't it?
I've got to say the period drama pictures. Millie Gibson looks a bit very nice.
Hey! Oh, are you going to start sniffing that one now?
The sniff.
Bam.
Yeah, they changed that episode title, The Giggle. That's a placeholder title. I'm the villain. Surprise!
The whole thing is just them trying to find, wonder where he's gone. Surprise!
It's not all I mean.
Moving over to Doctor Who publications,
They just do it their everyday lives, and every so often they just say, "Where'd that come from?"
Quickly, we've got to get into the TARDIS. The Daleks coming.
It's just this random.
Oh no, Simon, the world's doomed.
It's just this random laugh track following them around.
Like the Wilhelm scream, but it's just a little giggle instead. Just put in everything.
It's me, John Barrowman. You can't kill me. I'm immortal.
Well, there's a scene where one of them actually falls off something, and you just hear.
Oh no! It's time. I'm regenerating.
Has to be said, these 3 titles, they're obviously doing something very different for the anniversary than 10th, 20th, 50th. The traditional multi-Doctor stories. Mm-hmm. They've gone with a very different style of thing. But
do you reckon
really looking forward to it.
Do you reckon the giggle is about the Doctor and his companion getting high on laughing gas?
No, it's where they meet Mr. Tumble. They end up on Giggle Biz. Na 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 Giggle Biz. Hello! It's nice to meet you, Doctor.
I'm not allowed near kids anymore. That's why he has to get the Doctor's help, because he needs
Maybe Mr. Tumble's a Time Lord? Let's see what's inside Mr. Tumble's spotty bag. Fucking,
Beg your
it's
pardon?
a TARDIS.
I can't believe Mike's
grief
got a
for that.
Mr. Tumble impression.
Yes.
Oh my God, we actually had Macaton. You need to be watching this, people. It only costs £1 a month.
The 50-foot nerds makes me happy.
Oh my God. Moving just to once. Take a deep breath.
You know,
Take
some
a
days
deep
you look at
breath.
your life and just think, what choices did I make that got me here?
But I can't work with kids because I'm a nonce.
There's a joke, Cliff.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh my God. I thought we were going to be avoiding stuff like that this month.
Philip Schofield. What?
Like, you have met me, right?
I'm sorry, you are?
The Chaos Goblin.
Blah.
Moving just slightly off to one side, Doctor Who related publications. So they've announced that Evil of the Daleks is being...
Like, in my head, I just thought, like, as you were like, oh, the publications, my brain just immediately went, Who versus Shipman? And I was like, no. I don't know why.
Because
Two
you...
doctors enter, one
That's all we
doctor
need
leaves.
to know. Because you...
With a
Two
signed
docs
will.
enter, one doc leaves.
With a signed will and testament.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the judge is Dr. Martin.
Martin Clunes.
No, Dr. Martin is in the guy who made the shoes.
Oh. The guy who made the shoes.
Yeah. I wonder what he was a professor of. Anyway, Paul.
Anyway, so we've talked about them often. The Doctor Who novelizations,
Yes.
you know, adapting the stories into books. It's still a thing today. It's still very
Books?
popular.
What books are?
And all of the classic series has been done. However, they're doing Evil of the Daleks again, and this time it's being novelized by Fraser Hines, who played Jamie in that story himself. But it was Evil of the Daleks was originally novelized in 1993 by John Peel. This version,
The guy on the radio.
Yes, John Peel is doing the...
yeah,
the
it's a different John Peel, but apparently there did used to be some confusion that
Right,
Radio
okay.
1 John Peel would
Fair
refer
enough.
to.
Wasn't there...
I love the fact that with John Peel, to do
didn't-
the impression, all you got to do is just pick like 4 random words as a band name. And now on Radio 1, we've got Dead Parrot eating cheese. You know what I mean?
At the
It's-
wrong
it's-
speed.
Yeah.
At the
Yeah.
wrong speed. Yeah.
You did... I found out that he's done a bit of a tumble, if you get what I mean.
Oh, really?
Anywho,
Anyway, the new version, first of all, it's going to present the story from
that's
Jamie
gonna be the slang now, doing a tumble.
doing a tumble.
That was the new single from Mr. Tumble's Spotty Bag.
So firstly, the new version is going to present the story from Jamie's point of view. And secondly, this is the first time that a repeat transmission of a story is being novelized.
Okay.
What?
Okay, yeah, so this is what they're doing. So what you may or may not
Sorry?
realise is back in the 60s, Doctor Who was on like 40 weeks of the year.
Yeah.
And you know, it was just off for a short summer break. Now, what they at the end of season 5,
Because the Doctor loves to party on summer. That's why he can't.
Yeah.
William Hartnell used to go on holiday during the series.
Yeah. Well, they all had it in their contract that they get the odd the week off, but
It's
they
literally
would
like an
have a summer
episode or
break.
two where William Hartnell turns invisible so he can have a holiday.
At the end of season 5, to cover that summer break, what they did was they repeated the 7-part, the Evil of the Daleks. But what they also did was they tied it in to the ongoing episode. So at the end of The Wheel in Space, Wendy Padbury had joined as Zoe, the new companion.
Yeah.
And what the Doctor did was, it's like, okay, Zoe, I'm going to sit you down and show you what what
Where's
an
this going,
adventure
Paul?
would be like.
Oh, right,
And
okay.
basically gets her to sit down and watch a 7-part Doctor Who story for the
Right.
next 7 weeks.
I love that that's your Pat Troughton
Yeah,
impression.
and what they also did was at the beginning of the following week, so at the beginning of the first episode,
So they did like wraparounds.
They did a voiceover added on to the episode, basically saying
previously on Doctor Who.
Yeah, Will Zoe, here's what happened, and so on and so forth. So
Is what?
Then at the end of the 7 parts, he's like, and that's how I met your Daleks.
Yeah, let me just recap what's happened in the last half an hour we've been watching this. Yeah.
So basically, what it means is when it gets to go on the shelf, we'll have Evil of the Daleks, John Peel. Another 8 books, and then Evil of the Daleks, Fraser Hines in the spot where the repeat went. People will love it.
Sure, commission it.
Yeah,
Let's go.
It's coming out in November.
Oh, John Hollywood. No.
Also,
that's a cousin, John Paperback.
Yeah, John Paperback.
we do like to also reference some other stuff that's a bit more adjacent,
also related
that's
to Baron
fandom
Greenback.
related. So I just wanted to give a shout out to Neil and Sue Perryman, who are the husband and wife team who blogged about
Wife in Space, is it?
Yeah, Wife in Space, about watching every episode of classic Doctor Who from January 2011 to May 2013. So what they did was a condensed version of the blog was published as Adventures with the Wife in Space by Faber and Faber, and this was then followed by a series of Kickstarter books and ebooks of the whole blog, and they've done other stuff like what the Wife and Blake 7 and stuff like that. Well, because it's the 10th anniversary of the original book, what Neil has announced is they're going to do a new revised and updated version called The New Adventures of the Wife in Space. Sadly, this isn't Sue reading the Virgin Publications books from the 1990s, but it will be including some new and exclusive blogs. If you haven't seen The Wife in Space, the blog is still up online. Just look it up. Wife in Space, very easy to find. It's a journey. Because Sue had seen some Doctor Who, but not anywhere near as much as she ended up watching, obviously. And she got made to watch every single bloody episode and basically reviewed it and blogged it.
There's a podcast that I listen to with a very, very similar concept. It's from one of the guys from the Attitude Era podcast wrestling thing. He met his missus and she'd never seen any wrestling before, really. And he's like, right, okay, well, this is my job. I do this podcast. Let's sit down and watch some wrestling. So they did a podcast. They started a podcast called How To Wrestling. And every month they go through and they basically pick a wrestler, go through their back catalogue and tell their story from beginning to end. Unfortunately, to the ultimate end for some wrestlers like Owen Hart, etc. And that's how she's learned about wrestling is by doing this. And so it's very much very similar.
Well, that's kind of like the commentaries that we did, where you cut up that mega cut of
that wrestling.
wrestling.
Very similar.
But some of Neil and Sue's adventures are so funny, because I mean, not that I didn't already know this, but if proof was needed that John Levine is a twat, because Sue really got to like Sergeant Benton by watching him. So she meets him at a convention, accidentally spills a drink on him, and he's a total cock about it. It was an accident, and but the thing is, it's
How dare you!
It's all
You
recorded,
know who I am.
and it is there on the internet on the blog.
Yeah. I mean, there's multitudes of evidence out there of John Levine being a knob. Speaking about Doctor Who stuff, do we want to talk about announcements from yesterday, or
which announcements were you thinking?
From that convention, that the people that we know, who we talked about at the start of the fucking show?
I wasn't going to, no.
Oh, okay. Well, I figured we would.
Oh, well,
okay.
Leave it for nearer the time.
Okay.
So edit that out.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, thanks for that, Paul.
Surprise!
Thanks for that. We are going to move on to any other, when he can get there, business.
It's time to talk about the weird and wacky things happening around the world with any other business.
That should be a bit more upbeat, really, shouldn't it? I might do that again. Yeah.
There's not enough women's feet on telly.
That is correct.
That's the any other business. Good night.
Yes. Okay, so I've got a story here from livescience.com. It doesn't get more apt than this. A photographer from Newfoundland on the town of Dildo has captured images of a penis-shaped iceberg floating off the Canadian coast.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
a
I saw
town
this.
called Dildo
Yeah.
has spotted a penis-shaped iceberg.
This is true. I've seen the photos.
Yes,
It is true.
I think I've seen this article.
Yes. The suggestive berg consists of a column with a domed head protruding up, because, penis. Photographer Ken Pretty captured a shot of the ice formation by drone near the town of Harbour Grace, which sits along the Conception Bay. Yes.
You're fucking with me.
I am really not. This is a true, genuine article.
That's Michael Bay's mum.
If you want, I'll Google it right now. Perhaps unsurprisingly, the Dick Berg, as locals are calling it, has attracted international attention.
Dickie Bird. Berg.
With Pretty sharing news stories from as far away as Thailand and Taiwan on his Facebook page. Yeah, but is he big in Malaysia?
All the
That's
Thais.
what I want to know. Myanmar. I knew I'd get.
We're big there.
We got a quote here from Pretty. It's only a one-sentence quote, so give me a quick voice to do.
Do you want me to do my Gilbert Gottfried?
Go for Gilbert Gottfried.
Where? That one.
I knew I'd get a lot of comments, but I didn't expect this much.
That sounds more like Stan Lee than your Stan Lee.
Yeah. I knew I'd get a lot of comments. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Ground veal.
Alas, the iceberg lacked staying power, as Pretty photographed the 30-foot phallic structure on Thursday, and it collapsed the next day.
You know what we've got to do now?
Kathy's
Build a
waving the
50-foot.
photo at me.
There you go.
Yeah.
She had that saved on a camera roll ready to go. Okay, next story. Okay.
Kath normally thinks of the iceberg. No.
Well, yes.
What? Yeah.
That's what you were referring to.
Yeah.
No, you can't put your lips on it, otherwise you get stuck. It's
It's
like a
like,
lamppost.
like
a lamppost.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Okay, so the next one is a Facebook post by the Springfield Police Department. This story comes from KIRO7.com.
Chief Wiggum said...
I was about to make the same
Springfield
joke.
Police Department. The suspect was pulled over at 11:30 p.m. MDT. Don't know what that means. Something...
Mountain Daylight Time.
Yeah, Mountain Daylight Time. On a Saturday in the southeastern Colorado city of Springfield after allegedly driving 52 miles per hour in a 30 miles per hour zone. Police said...
The driver attempted to switch places with his dog, who was in the passenger seat, as the SPD officer approached and watched the entire process.
So that's my awful Chief Wiggum.
Obviously, the guy was like, "Hey, I've seen John dies at the end. I know what'll fix this."
So he was getting pulled over for speeding, so he decided, I know, I'll say it was the dog. So, according to police...
That's rough.
Yeah. Well, he was driving a Rover. According to the police, the suspect exited the vehicle.
Hold on.
Thank you, that was worth it. He exited the vehicle and claimed he was not driving the vehicle. The police said that the man showed signs of intoxication, and when confronted by the officer, the man attempted to flee. The suspect, who was not a greyhound, however, was apprehended about 20 yards from his vehicle. Police said there were two other passengers, a man and a woman, in the back seat of the vehicle.
He didn't swap places with one of them.
Apparently not. According to Springfield... I wonder why the dog wasn't in the... Anyway.
Yeah.
According to Springfield Police Chief Clay Clipful, the woman owned the car, and authorities discovered that the driver, who has not been identified, had 2 active warrants for an arrest in Pueblo. He had been driving from Las Animas to Pueblo. The suspect was booked into the Baca County Jail for his warrant and was also charged with driving under the influence of alcohol and/or drugs.
The sussy backer.
Driving whilst ability impaired, driving under suspension, and operating a vehicle 20 to 24 miles over the speed limit and resisting arrest. The dog, however, was not cited. However, the police did not identify the breed. The passengers in the back seats took the canine and the vehicle to Pueblo. So... Okay, and I've got one last piece of news story. This is from comicbookmovie.com. Okay, so a fan who attended a May 22nd screening of The Flash in Miami, Florida, has revealed details of an altercation between another viewer and a security guard. According to @AJEPArts, when this person was caught recording part of the movie on their cell phone, they flew into a rage and threw their soda at others in attendance and even punched a security guard before being ejected. As far as we're aware, Ezra Miller wasn't in attendance, so they're in the clear. This is
shock horror.
Yes. So some Flash violence that doesn't involve Ezra Miller. So let's all be happy with that.
Makes a change.
Okay. That brings us to the end of all that. So this is where we go beyond the 50-foot nerds with the section that we call Beyond the 50-foot nerds.
We're all out of news and topics for discussion. The show is spiraling out of control, and the audience are now in charge. You're beyond the 50-foot nerds.
Okay, so this is our Q&A section that we do every month. So Doug usually starts us up with a nice warm-up question. Yeah, so get going, Doug.
I know.
Earn your money. We don't pay him.
We pay him in laughter.
I had like 3 of them going through my head all month. I've never done this before where I completely blank on the night.
I'm sorry, this doesn't normally happen.
I know. I think it's because you were all talking about the size of the iceberg before, and none of us shouted, "How big is it?" And I was like, "Any minute now." How big is it? No. Honestly, has anybody else got any questions? Because I am.
Doug reboots.
I've got. I know. I've got 3 of them floating about my head, but
they're going round the room.
I've been enjoying myself.
So why no cheese? No.
Fuck off.
No.
Cap, this is your first live episode. Have you got any questions that you want us to answer about anything? Because you know the kind of shite that we'll talk about.
Mm.
No?
No.
Not a single question.
I like the fact like she immediately was like deer in the headlights as soon as you went, Kath! Like, give us a question!
How did she know I was talking to her? Well, there's another one.
There's a calf behind you.
Yeah.
There's a calf behind you.
I think the clue was. I think the clue was the fact.
There's a calf behind you that brings drinks to the.
Yeah. But never tea.
And not me. I go get me fucking own, just. Buzzing.
She likes us.
Questions. I know that's true. To be fair, I have to pay her for it to be near me.
Why do you love Digimon?
What Digimon? What was it? Oh, this is stupid and embarrassing.
Jay, you got anything? No question. Oh my god,
God.
You know we do this every fucking
Right.
month.
I know.
I've got a question for you two.
Go on.
Who would win in a fight between Dredger and Mr. Pimples?
Oh, Dredger, because he just drive a boat into him.
Drive a tugboat.
Yeah.
No,
over
like
Mr.
not
Pimples.
including the. Fine.
Let's give some context as to who Mr. Pimples is. He's a sea lion, I believe.
It's a sea lion.
All I remember is he says, hello.
Well, I wasn't doing that bit, Paul, but go on, you do it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to think of other.
He's a
random
racially inappropriate sea lion.
Yeah.
Which is why we haven't mentioned him for a while.
Yeah.
Oh,
bring him up today. Thanks, Paul.
You know what would be an interesting fight?
Go on.
Shiny versus Andy.
Oh, that would be an interesting
fight.
fight.
In like a 50-foot nerds trivia, like which one would win? Which do you reckon?
That would be interesting. I don't know, but we will.
I got it. Oh,
got it.
Do
you know what? As well,
it finally came back.
It's such a simple concept as well.
Go on, then.
Normally we've asked you in the past.
Will you be my friend?
I like you. We've asked you in the past things like video.
Do you want a hand job?
Video games. Well, if you want.
Oh, show.
Got you.
Yeah.
Asking you about video games being turned into movies and stuff like that. What film or TV show would you like to change the genre of?
Okay. So, instead of Doctor Who being a sci-fi
be a
adventure,
western or a rom-com or whatever.
I mean, to be fair, Doctor Who could be any of those. But it's probably
Doctor Who was a really bad choice.
Yeah.
Let's leave Doctor Who alone because Doctor Who's already done everything.
So let's say that Coronation Street became a sci-fi space station drama where everyone
Deep Space Nine.
I was about to say that's Deep Space Nine.
So I could. I would like to see.
It's real.
Given that we've got a reboot of the character coming up, but I would actually like to see Frasier done as a proper medical drama. They're an interesting bunch of characters, but take the comedy away and just do it as straight drama. And I think it would still work.
Or if it's Frasier does Diagnosis Murder.
Oh, that would be
Because then you can
interesting
keep
as
a
well.
little bit of the comedy in there as well, but it's also a crime procedural drama, medical thing, nonsense.
Yeah,
Afternoon.
Yeah, that would be interesting as well. I think Frasier as a character would work in a lot of different genres potentially.
What if? Let's see. What if Downton Abbey was wrestling?
Downton Abbey does WWE.
Yeah.
Well, no, it wouldn't be WWE.
Downton.
No. It'd be more sort of mid-'80s Saturday Saturday afternoon wrestling with Big Daddy and Giant Haystacks.
Okay, well, let's just go. Let's just do wrestling as period drama in general, not just, or rather period drama as wrestling. So, I say, Mr. Darcy, when you dove off of the top of the cage into Elizabeth Bennet the other day and then hit her in the face with a chair, I was rather peeved off at you, and that is why I wish to face you at WrestleMania this weekend.
Yeah.
You can't see me.
You can't. Where on earth did he go? The announcers on trumpets.
Oh, God.
And dear diary, let me tell you, that man's name was John Cena. Jonathan Cena.
Esquire.
Mm-hmm.
He is a doctor of thugonomics, don't you know?
NCIS as a musical.
NCIS as a musical?
Nice.
You know, I'm suddenly realising that The Undertaker is a Charles Dickens character. Obviously.
Yeah.
Explain.
Just there's a lot of death in Victorian literature, and
Bring out your dead.
You will need an Undertaker.
I'm getting better. I'm not dead.
He isn't dead. He never died.
Yeah, stick Karen in Monty Python.
He's still alive.
Let's see. What else could we change?
Have you got any ideas, Amara?
Yeah, I suggested NCIS as a musical.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What, like Glee? So
Yeah,
you still
yeah.
have the storyline
So it's like-
going on, but every now and again they break into songs.
Yeah, exactly.
It has to be said, some of the best episodes of the shows that we love are the musical episodes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've been rooting through my loft.
Is that what you call it?
Finding, just sorting it out and that. But I found my copy of the script of Once More with Feeling, the musical episode of Buffy. And I never realised.
Baywatch is a gritty cop
until
show.
this week just gone. So they do the
Yeah.
first song where they're all together,
Mm-hmm.
and they realise that that they're in a musical episode. And the first lyric is Giles going, "I've got a theory that it's a demon, a dancing demon. No, something isn't right there. It is a fucking dancing demon. He was right all along." And he talks himself out of it. I never realised that.
I think I've just got one. I want to see the X-Files done as like a Mr. Tumble thing. Just like, look, we found a piece of liver. Can you spell a piece of liver? A piece of liver. That's right, Agent Scully.
Yeah. I was going to say like a kid's show, but my thoughts for that was, yeah. Baywatch as like a gritty crime drama.
That's Baywatch Chilly Nights.
Oh, is it? Yes. Fair enough.
Baywatch Nights is not gritty in any way, shape, or form. The second season, it turned from a standard PI show into an attempt at doing the X-Files.
Airwolf was a romance.
The A-Team as ground force.
Yes.
Yes. There we go. I'm putting up shelves, fool.
Shelves?
No, DIY SOS. That's what I'm One of all that kind of nonsense stuff.
If you have a decorating problem and if no one else can help, if you can find them, maybe you can hire the A-Team.
Knowles is Hannibal in.
Oh, what would make a good quiz show instead of being what it is?
Let's see.
Time Team as a comedy.
Time Team as
Isn't that just like Maid Marian?
I guess, yeah.
Which they're apparently rebooting. Maid Marian and his Merry Men.
I mean, I won't watch it,
And
but
her Merry Men,
these
rather.
kids deserve that now because that was pure comedy when I was a
Let's
kid.
see. What could
I
work
enjoyed
as
that.
a game show?
There's a game show.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones, the game show. I mean, because
I was going to say Law and Order Special Victims.
Because they are actually, because they are actually doing Squid Game, the game show.
Yeah.
Aren't they?
It's almost like they missed the point of Squid Game, isn't it?
Jesus Christ. Let's see. I'm trying.
I was going to say X-Men as an anime, but they already did it.
Yeah, they did that.
Yeah, they
Batman
did a lot
as an wait.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Let's see. I'm trying to think. What would work as a game show?
My Hero Academia as a game show.
My Hero with Ardal O'Hanlon as a game show.
Last of the Summer Wine as an anime.
Oh, God, yes.
Oh, yes. And they've all got like mech suits made out of baths that roll down the hill.
Yeah,
and shit.
just as long as they're in a bath that's rolling down the hill.
Compo form, activate! Yeah, I'd watch that.
I'm charging my tap beam.
And the name of this episode is 3 Mecha in a Bathtub.
Yes.
I've just had one then. It's gone right out my head. It was there, and then it just, like that, just flown away. Never mind. It'll come back to me. Probably like when I'm doing the edit. But, yeah.
Mike, if you remember during the edit, insert it here. You're welcome, Mike.
Can't cook, won't cook as...
Bing.
The news.
No.
I don't know.
No.
Someone dropped some onions today.
Ramsey's kitchen.
The news is the musical. There you go.
Yeah. Ramsey's Kitchen Nightmares as Big Cook, Little Cook.
Yes, Big Cook. I've been making some liver and onions. It's fucking raw.
No. I was imagining it the other way, so it's the Big Cook and then just a little Gordon Ramsay. It's fucking raw!
Oh, shit! No, I just prefer a massive giant roaring on a tiny man.
Yeah. He's just got this whole team of little people.
Oh my God! Team of little people.
Team of little people, yeah.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Like,
Hell's Kitchen.
Sorry, are we
like,
back to me and Weird Sisters again?
No, it's Hell's Kitchen as a fucking fairy tale. He's got 7 dwarves working
No.
in the kitchens.
No, what it is, it's basically Ramsey's Kitchen Nightmares with the cast of The Borrowers.
The Borrowers?
Yeah, The Borrowers.
The Borrowers. Fucking modern day reference there. Jesus Christ.
I was going to say Mousetrap.
I had that.
What's that? God, yes. So, yeah. Ramsey's Kitchen Ratatouille Nightmares. Yeah.
Yes.
I'll have a go with that.
But no. In that case, Remy the rat is Gordon Ramsay, right? So it's just a whole kitchen, and then the rat just be like, "It's fucking raw!" Like just yelling at people.
I'm trying to think what would work as Biker Grove. Just with a load of Geordie kids
Biker Grove as Transformers.
Biker Grove didn't work as Biker Grove.
No, but I just want a bunch of Geordie teenagers shouting at each other. I can't even see, man. I can't even see. Casualty as well.
Isn't that just Ant and Dec's
Bi-
Saturday Night Takeaway?
No, you're on it. You're on it.
Casualty,
yeah, you're on it. Casualty and Biker Grove, because you can have Spuggy and Duffy.
Spuggy, Jeff.
Oh my God.
Spuggy man. Oh, Jeff man. I can't even believe it.
I can't even keep this fucking accident and emergency department open. I can't even do it. The budget's just not there, man. There you go. I think we've got it. Yeah.
Biker Grove
and
as
Ant
Ace
and Dec
Attorney.
driving the ambulances. Although hopefully it's Dec who's driving because Ant's blind, obviously. You know? He got custard last in his face. As we all
Biker
remember.
Grove crossed with Sally Jesse Raphael.
What?
No. Right. So
No, Celebrities Deathmatch featuring Judge Rinder and Judge Judy.
Yes.
There you go.
Redub Biker Grove as an episode of 999. No, 999, the British reality show.
With Michael Burke.
With Michael Burke voicing over the accident.
Is he the guy that wears the leather jacket?
It was an average day in Newcastle as a bunch of children at an outdoor centre decided they wanted to have a paintballing event. Young
this
Ant and Dec,
is where
who
things-
at the time, for some reason, going by the names of PJ and Duncan.
And this is where things got intense.
Well, I remember at the time, like, you know, I was just having a nice day down on the Toon, and I was going to Biker Grove for the day. I thought,
Getting myself some blue drink.
I was going to go and do
Eat
some
my chicken
paintball.
nuggets.
I couldn't have imagined it turn into the worst day of my life.
Suddenly, PJ and whatever we're calling him decided to take off his goggles.
PJ and or Duncan.
Yes, he took off his goggles, at which point someone fired some custard, which was supposed to be paintballs, at his eyes. And then he couldn't bastard see, man. Can he see, man?
I'm blind!
Well, I think I'm done.
And scene.
I'm blind!
Thank you.
Oh, I'm so glad that came back to me, though.
I'm so glad, yeah. That was on that bombshell.
On that bombshell, now the Paul's blind. Thank you, everyone, for coming out to see the show. I say everyone.
Postman Pat is a procedural.
Postman Pat is the news.
Yes.
He's the Greendale... No, that's not right.
The Greendale Slasher.
There we go.
Postman Pat in The Postman. Post-apocalypse Greendale.
No one could have happened. Imagine what would happen in the Greendale Chainsaw Massacre.
Well, Shiny's come back.
Yeah. Take any movie with the name Amityville in it and put Greendale instead.
Well, funny enough, I'll talk about Amityville in just a moment as it happens. Yes, on that bombshell, we are ending the show there. Thank you very much for coming out. Thank you, Doug, once again for having us here.
Anytime.
Can you believe next month it'll be 1 year?
A whole year of this nonsense. It's been amazing.
It's amazing, isn't it? And
yep.
you can join us for that show. It will be on Sunday, the 25th of June. We're going to be appearing at conventions. We've got our next one on Sunday, the 9th of July at the Entry Comic and Film and TV Convention. So come and check us out there. You can, if you want to support the show, you can do so. You can buy some T-shirts and cups and shower curtains and all kinds of nonsense over at tinyurl.com/50foot store. That's 50FT store. And our Patreon, you can join it for just £1 a month. It is worth it for the fucking nonsense that we put up there. We really, really do. So yeah, you can join that for just patreon.com/50footnerds. That's FIFTYFOOTNERDS. If you want to show some support to friends of ours, then go and wish Uncle Pete happy birthday. Your friendly neighbourhood Uncle Pete on YouTube. It's birthday today, but you know, wish it to him in the future. Anyway. Go and throw Josh at Movie Timeline some love. He's just released, literally not even 2 hours ago as of this recording, the trailer for the last Amityville movie. I'm in it. Go and show it some love. It's a good movie.
The rest of us aren't.
What's that?
The rest of us aren't in it.
No, you aren't. We use it in other stuff, so you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's all we've got to talk about.
Yeah, that's all we've got time for.
Okay, so until next time, then. I've been fucking Raw.
I've been fucking you, Raw.
I've been Patrick Troughton's repeat fees.
Who are you, Doug?
I'm just happy to be here.
Okay. Until next time, then. Yeah, have a month and geek out.
If you've enjoyed the nerdom in your ears, then why not follow us on Twitter at 50footnerds. You can follow Mike at Mike G. Bell, Amara at Voltsevexoth and at Amara Lunera, and Paul is on at Auton Scouser. Our website is 50footnerds.co.uk. That's FIFTYFOOTNERDS.co.uk. You can find all of our YouTube content at video.50footnerds.co.uk or search youtube.com/50footnerds. All of our episodes are archived over at bit.ly/50footnerdsarchive. That's 50FTNERDS archive. You can like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds. Email us at 50footnerds@gmail.com or join our Patreon at patreon.com/50footnerds. If you'd like to buy our merchandise, you can visit us over at tinyurl.com/50footstore. That's 50FT store. All of these links and more are available at our Linktree page. That's linktr.ee/50footnerds. FIFTYFOOTNERDS.